Hey Clover Mates, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and welcome to another video. I wanted to do a quick video just to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on, as again it's been a little while since I've made a video, and there is a reason, a pretty big reason, which I have been talking a little bit about it in the community tabs here and there. But I think every so often it's good just to do a video about it, just because, well, for one, I can never be sure how reliable the community tabs are on getting my message across, and two, there's only so much you can convey through text alone, so it's just much better to hear it directly from me, where I can, like, you know, go into more detail and express it a little better than what I can in text. So it's good to do these types of videos every now and again. But I have been trying to keep up to date with the community tabs, talking about it, and that's what I want to talk about is basically the process of upgrading to Windows 11. So as I'm sure everyone's well aware by now, basically Windows 10 is almost up. As of recording this right now, I believe it's only 8 days left, which means it'll probably be only, hang on, 8, that means it'll be like only 7 days by the time this goes out. So 8 now, but by the time this goes out, 7 days left. So like 8 to 7 days left as of recording this, or whenever you watch it. But yeah, so that means there's time is running out. So that means I have been working pretty hard to try and begin the process of making the jump from 10 to 11, because my machine is still Windows 10. I have been trying to stay with Windows 10 for as long as I can, just because I like 10, and I want to stay with 10 as much as possible, just to give the developers and the community ample time to fix the bugs and all the quirks and all that kind of stuff, to make Windows 11 as best as it can. So I've been staying on 10 just to give them as much time as they need, hopefully. But obviously now the death date is right around the corner, and I've got no choice to upgrade. And so basically the last few days I have been just going through my computer, going through all my files and stuff, trying to back as much up on my external drive as much as possible, just to streamline the process of putting all of my valuables onto the new computer when I do get it, and I will talk about that in a bit. But yep, I've just been backing everything up, every last nook and cranny on my computer, just to make sure everything is all in a place, so I can just drag it straight onto the new machine. And again, I will talk about that in a sec. So all that's done, and so basically I went through a few, there's a few methods of doing this. So I tried a few things, I tried everything as I can. So first thing I tried was trying to upgrade my exact machine to 11, because I love this machine, and all my hard work's on here. I've been using this desktop since 2017, so I've been using I think I've been like using this for the last 7 years. So naturally everything's on here, like all my hard work over the last 7 years is on here. So I didn't want to lose all of that. That's partly why I've been backing everything up, just in case. But ultimately, like, despite the backups, I still ultimately would like to keep using this machine, if at all possible, just with 11, which I know a lot of people have been doing. Like, a lot of people have been upgrading their machine to 11, but unfortunately I found this the hard way. But I did try upgrading to 11 on this machine. One of my friends brought the stuff to upgrade to 11, but unfortunately with the specs from 2017, it's just too outdated. I found that the hard way. So again, I tried upgrading to 11, but it just did not go past a certain point. I think it got to like 46% and then just would not go beyond that because of I can't remember what the error message was exactly. If I remember, I'll have it on the screen, but there was an error message that popped up saying that it cannot go past a certain this point because of, again, error message here. But so that was plan A down the drain. So plan A didn't work. So plan B. So plan B, which I've just done. So plan B, basically I disconnected all my, everything, my desktop, took pictures of where everything was, so I can plug it back relatively easy enough, back remembering where everything was, and so I can plug it straight back in. But, so I unplugged everything and took my machine, took my desktop to Curry's to have it looked at. Context for those outside of the UK, Curry's is a PC and tech shop here in the UK. I don't know if Curry's is well known outside of the UK or like in Europe or America. I don't know anything like that, but basically it's a tech shop and repair shop here in the UK. It's basically where everyone goes to anything computer related or anything like that. People go to Curry's. So just a bit of context for anyone who doesn't know. Basically, I took my machine to Curry's and have it looked at to see if it could be upgraded to 11. Because again, I do want to keep using that machine if at all possible. But long story short, that didn't work either. Basically, I told them everything, and they didn't even need to open it up or whatever. They already said that the machine will not work. Even if they did put 11 on there, it just would not work, just because of how old it is and the specs and all that. So it just would not work at all. So there goes plan B down the drain. So now, hang on, A, B, C, hang on, A, B, so plan A, plan B, so we're now at plan C. So plan C is, honestly, plan C is something I hoped it wouldn't come to because I love this machine so much. Sure, I mean, it's not a gaming computer, but it's done me well enough. I mean, again, it's been, it's served me well. I mean, again, it has struggled with it's not a gaming computer or anything like that, but it has done the job. Since the rebirth of the channel, so it's done, all things considered, it's done pretty well. It's struggled with certain games, and it's not perfect. It's really struggled with open world games, which is why anything open world, I've relied so much on the Xbox because of that. It can't handle open world games like Halo Infinite. And again, Halo CE, the remastered graphics for Halo 2, I had to significantly reduce all the graphics to, just because it doesn't really run intense, graphically intense games all that well. So basically, it's not a gaming PC. It's just a standard, office kind of standard PC desktop. But all things considered, it's done me pretty well. So, so basically, long story short, I'm having to get a new desktop, which is what we're looking into now. I have been looking into a new desktop machine. We're going through all that now. It could take a while. Hopefully not too long, because again, there's only a little under a couple of weeks left. So hopefully it won't take too long. Hopefully this isn't a repeat of my phone, where I was left without it for 2 weeks, because again, everything, my work, my YouTube stuff, even just leisure stuff is on here. So basically my entire life is on here pretty much, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. But yeah, I've looked into a new machine, and this new machine I'm looking at it's basically a medium-end gaming PC. So it is a gaming PC this time around, which is going to be a significant upgrade from what I've got now, because yes, it is done well. It's handled a lot of game like fairly well, but it will be able to handle more intense games, which means it should hopefully handle open world stuff a bit better. It's not like a high-end PC, but it's not like a high-end gaming PC, but it's a medium end, which is still pretty decent, all things considered. So hopefully it should handle things a lot better than what this has done. So we're gonna basically look into that again. I've been looking on like Curry's website and all that stuff. Talking to like sort the money, because obviously any PC these days is a bit expensive. So I'm doing all that again. Can't really go into all that because it's money related. So I don't go into all that. But the point is, we are looking into it, and yeah. So it's so basically just gonna get that, and then after that I'm just gonna try and either a data transfer or a drive swap, something or other. Basically, I'm gonna try to have as much as my old computer on here, as much of it as I can, carry over as much as possible. Just mean the next few days I'm probably to go, I've done meticulous checks, to back up everything, but there's still probably a few things I'm missing that I have to go back and, my game saves and all the stuff like that. So that's still going to take a while. And another thing is, yes, my computer I've still got it for a few more days, and I could continue in Saniquarium in the meantime, and other Let's Plays, but that's the thing. That's something else I want to talk about. There's something a little wrong with my computer right now. I don't know if it's showing at all in this video. I don't know, but there's been an issue with my sound ever since I got it back. I don't know if my camera's glitching at all either, but there's been a few little issues ever since I got my computer back from Curry's. I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe, if I had to guess, there was maybe during the taxi drive it was damaged during the journey, perhaps. That's my best guess. But basically, whenever I try to do something, when I'm watching YouTube, or if I'm playing a game, or just watching something, or doing anything in general, the audio, at least, I don't really know if the video is skipping at all, but it's definitely the audio. If it is skipping at all, that's another part of it. But basically, the point is, the audio is skipping, and it makes it really, really immersion breaking. It is somewhat consistent. It's not all the time. It's kind of random, but fairly, it's fairly consistent enough for it to be immersion breaking. Imagine you're just playing a game and then suddenly the audio is skipping and it sounds awful. In fact, I did actually record a brief little clip in the Saniquarium main menu just to give you a little idea of what it's like. But take a look. But yeah, that's basically what it's been doing. It's been doing that ever since I got my computer back from Curry's. So I think I don't know, maybe the taxi driver was a bit bumpy, or the taxi driver was going a bit hard or whatever. I don't know, but clearly something's been damaged. One of the internals has been damaged or something. I don't know. I'm not a tech guru. I don't know all that techie stuff, but something's clearly not quite right here. So that also means I'm like, again, I could continue the Let's Play of Insaniquarium, but with those audio skips, I don't think it's not gonna sound too good. It's gonna be distracting for me, probably distracting for you. So I think I would rather resume the Let's Plays once everything is back in order, once it's, you know, there's no skips, you know, no immersion break or whatever, you know. So I think I'm probably going to like hold off on recording anything significant until I get the new tower, the new computer, just because I don't want, you know, I mean, you've heard it yourself, you've probably heard it yourself, I've probably already put the clip in there, but yeah, I don't want that in, and I don't think you guys would want it either. So I think it's probably best off if I just hold off on the Let's Plays until I have my new computer and all that. I mean, again, I will keep you guys up to date on what's going on through videos and the community tabs, you know, through the process. Obviously, keep you guys in the loop what's going on. Obviously, depending on what happens, it might take me a while to get everything up and running again. Like, again, I'll need to, depending on what happens, I'll need to reinstall OBS, Premiere, Audacity, God knows what else, but it might take me a little while to get everything up and running. Probably need to take a bunch of screenshots just so I remember how everything looked, just as a template for me to follow. But yeah, that's basically what's been happening. So again, that's kind of why I've been a little absent recently, just because there's all of this stuff going on with the upgrade and my computer being a little bit funny and the audio skips and all that. So that's why I've not been uploading or recording for a little while. I know I probably should have said something about sooner, but I am also in my I am also experiencing SAD as well. So obviously lack of motivation, and even now I'm trying to like push past it as best I can. Like, it's like this is gonna be a nightmare to edit. I think like it's not too bad now. I'm worried about the editing. Like, when I've got SAD, the editing is the worst part of it, and I do have an idea. Again, I might continue recording, like, not Let's Plays, but recording these kind of videos, just because there's a couple of things I want to talk about in the meantime. And again, those types of videos are good for these kind of little breaks and stuff, but there's a couple of things I want to talk about in the meantime, so I'm probably not going to go completely dark, just no Let's Plays, or, you know, I'll probably find something to talk about in the meantime. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this video for now. So again, as always, thank you guys for watching, thank you for tuning in, and I will see all of you guys in the next video again. If you're new, subscribe, turn on notification, join the Discord, old habits. Subscribe, turn on notification, check my community tabs regularly for any updates. You know, I'll keep you guys up to date. But yeah, until then, have a good day. And yeah, have a good day, you guys.